there, Robyn from Anime America here. Well, I finally sat down and watched the 2014 winter anime. About freaking time. Now I know I owe you guys a lot of reviews from 2013 like Free, Silver Spoon, and Attack on Titan, which will be released on Pop Spectrum's channel. But with the combination of school, reality, soul-sucking jobs, the Navy, and a certain somebody getting married, insert picture right here. Oh, aren't I just so pretty? Hi. You can see 2013 was not our year. Yeah. And I know we're like a quarter of a way done with 2014, but hey, we're gonna do our best to make more videos for you guys, more specials, more reviews. We owe you guys. So with that said, let's cover reviews for some winter 2014 titles, shall we? This is gonna be fun. Now, if I don't mention a certain title, it means one of two things. Number one, we're going to review it later. Or two, Crunchyroll did not have it on the website, and you should tell me about it. Just leave a comment down below if I missed the title, and I'll let you know if we're going to do a review about it or if I'm going to watch it later because Crunchyroll did not have it. Which I'm pretty sure they have them all. But if they don't, just let me know. Okay, so here we go. Hozuki no Reitetsu. Hozuki is the aide of the great king of hell, King Enma. Calm and super sadistic, Hozuki tries to resolve various problems in hell, including a rampaging Momotaro and his companions. However, he also likes spending his free time on his hobbies, such as fawning over the cutest little animals and raising goldfish flowers. They're flowers, but they're goldfish. It's kind of creepy, but cute at the same time. I want them. I actually thought this show was entertaining, just seeing hell from a business perspective and being run by a no-nonsense aide. Now, how was the animal torture realm? Short staff, sir. All right, let's start hiring. Sir, we have a situation with a soul requesting a transfer. That is not my responsibility. That's the king's decision. He wants you to handle it. Of course he does, that idiot. You know how in politics or in movies, the secretary or personal attendant to the president and the king does all the work? That's basically Hozuki in a nutshell. It's just hilarious how he can just call the king of hell an idiot right at his face and in front of a lot of people and get away with it. It's hilarious. The artwork is beautiful, and it's just downright entertaining. If you're in the mood for a hilarious look of hell with an awesome no-nonsense lead, check out Hozuki no Reitetsu. Magical Warfare. Nanase Takashi wants to escape from his life, even if it means going to hell just to get out of his house. Suddenly, he comes across a young girl named Aiba Miu. Due to a misunderstanding, Miu accidentally turns Nanase into a mage, and is now entangled in a war against a group of magical terrorists known as Ghost Trailers. Okay, this anime is just... I don't know. I really don't know. You know, Episode 1 was just a little too fast for me with all the rules of being a mage. What happens to mages if they attack other mages in human worlds? There's a magical world with an academy for mages. Two of Nanase's friends become mages too because they were in that misunderstanding that I mentioned above. Oh, and the ghost trailers want to get rid of all muggles. Hintity hint hint. It's just too much, and it's all in episode 1. You know, the key to grabbing an audience to watch your anime is to draw them in with the first episode. Not fill it in with expositions. You can't do that. It's too much. Cue nostalgia critic singing exposition, exposition. It's just too much. I may even do a let's watch of the first episode because it's that ridiculous and confusing. There's too much going on in the first episode and you can't even catch up. Even then, after watching a couple of episodes, I can honestly say this idea in general is just too mediocre. It's mages going to an academy for mages to fight a terrorist group trying to exterminate the human race. And the main characters live with a family that he hates. Can we say Harry Potter? Just saying. So overall, Magical Warfare is nothing special, so I give it a pass. Nisekoi. As a child, Rako Ichijo made a secret promise to his childhood sweetheart, keep it a pendant as a memento while his love took the key. He dreams of one day meeting his past love, but years later, reality smashes his hopes when Chitoge Kirisaki accidentally knees him in the face. Ouch, bro. Though Raku's a normal high schooler, his family heads the notorious Yakuza gang, the Shuigumi faction, and he's dragged into family affairs when he's forced into a relationship with Chitoge, the daughter of a rival's gang boss. Overall, I can say the show is pretty cute. It's lively, humorous, and full of fun characters. But I don't know, maybe the idea of a naive young boy being forced to hang out with a crazy tsundere has been done to death. It's harmless because, if anything, there's one element of the story that keeps me watching, and that's the pendant. I want to know who the girl is and if he'll keep his promise. So yeah, if you're in the mood for a sweet romantic comedy, watch Nisekoi. Sakura Trick. Haruka Takayama and Yu Sonoda were inseparable during their junior high school years, but upon entering their senior high school, they end up being seated on opposite sides of the classroom. Having to spend time with more friends, the two decide to do something to make their relationship special. And by special, I mean we got a Yuri! It's about time we get another Yuri, and the story is pretty sweet, but the contents are a bit sketchy. It's got fan service, naturally, with the opening credits and how intense the kissing can be, but Haruka's attempts to be with you are pretty extreme. That girl will do anything to get some Yuri tongue, I'm just saying. If you can handle some soft Yuri lovin', go check out Sakura Trick. Pilot's Love Song. This is a tale of a prince who lost everything and leaves for a journey with no guarantee of returning to his hometown safely. With hatred and revenge in his mind, he met several people that taught him about friendship and love. I'm just gonna be honest, as Sherlock would say, bored! I don't know about you, but I got bored with episode 1. I couldn't take it. I had to kind of force myself to watch the rest. I almost fell asleep. It's that bad. I know it's supposed to be charming and inspirational, but I don't care. I'm just going to be honest, and these reviews are based on my opinion, so if you want to give it a chance, go right ahead. But as for me, I'm just going to say nah. I just got bored. Wake up, girls! Green Leaves Entertainment is a tiny production company on the verge of going out of business in Sendai, the biggest city in Japan's northeastern Tohoku region. The agency once managed the careers of magicians, photo idols, fortune tellers, and other entertainers, but its last remaining client finally quit. In danger of having zero talent, literally, the president Tange hatches an idea of producing an idol group. On the brash president's orders, the dissatisfied manager Matsuda heads out to scout raw talent. Matsuda makes a fatal encounter with a certain girl. It's another idol show, but this one seems a bit more down to earth and real. I mean, look at these girls. They're not over the top cutesy or overwhelmingly moe. They just look like beautiful young girls. I'd say if you want to get into idol animes or just need one that's a bit more real, you should check this one out. Yeah, it's another idol show, but I'll give it some credit for trying to be different. Wizard Barristers. In 2018, humans and wizards live together in Tokyo. Police continue to protect order in society, but wizards are tried according to magical law, in special courts defended by wizard barristers. At age 17, Cecile has just become the youngest wizard barrister and begins work at the Butterfly Law offices. While she hasn't realized it yet, she has tremendous magical potential. This is pretty much Law & Order WD. You know, Wizards Division. It's just Law & Order. That's pretty much it. There's a special court for wizards, and it seems a bit prejudiced. I mean, they commit one crime, and they're sentenced to death immediately if found guilty. It's pretty intense, and you really root for Cecile to protect the innocent and fight against prejudice. The artwork's really good. Very bright, colorful, and different in a way. Very bright, colorful, and different in a way. Overall, I recommend the show if you like criminal court shows like Law & Order. With wizards. Magic missile. Recently, my sister is unusual. Don't do it. Don't watch it. Don't even think about it. I can't even read the plot to you. I can't. I'll flip a table and say no. I know I owe you a table flipping after Brave won that Oscar. Don't do it. The only way this wasn't a hentai is because they censored the intense parts. They literally put a logo over the intense part. I'm not kidding. Just don't do it. Unless you're 18 and older. Even if you are 18 and older, don't do it. Just no. No touching. No tasting, no telling. No telling what? You see. Extra points if you get that reference. But overall, I give it a nope. Nope! Nope. World Conquest Zvezda Plot. Junior high student Jimon Asuta is in a fix. He had a big fight with his dad and was kicked out of his house. With no money and no place to live, he shares his last bit of food with an unusual little girl he encounters. It turns out she is Venera the Great, the leader of the secret organization Zvezda, and committed to conquering the world. At first, he thinks it's just a little girl's fantasy, but strange events with weird technology soon prove that Zvezda is in fact for real. Only in Japan can a little girl plot plans to take over the world and no one seems to question it. Hell, she's a threat and she's got followers. I like her. A little arrogant, but she's pretty determined to take over the world. I like that. I guess I just like the idea of someone so small and childish could be such a major threat to an already conquered world. And another thing I want to point out is the artistic design on the characters and what they wear is pretty cool. Look at this. A little redundant, maybe, but they bring moe and military together in a fresh idea with bold colors and original design. All in all, this show is pretty cool to watch, so I highly recommend it. ZX Ignition. 5 black points suddenly appeared around the world as portals to parallel worlds. Immediately after, strange creatures began their invasion with these portals. Those creatures are inhabitants of the 5 worlds, the same worlds in different time frames. In order to ensure that their own future time frame survives, each of the 5 invasion forces battle to wipe the other future time frames out. The key is one card-shaped device. That's the plot. Do you get it? Do you even understand? You have no idea how hard I had to force myself to finish episode 1. And you think Pilot's love song was hard to get through. Try this one for size. It's just so damn confusing. The intro has the city in turmoil when the Black Points show up, but somehow, 3 years later, everybody is playing Yu-Gi-Oh! You heard me. The characters summon up these creatures that popped out from the other realms with magical cards and use them to duel. What did I just say here? Translate. This can also be a let's watch if you guys want me to suffer again. If you sit through this, please translate the show for me, please. If you can actually watch this show, translate it. We need translations. Witchcraft works. Honoko knows his classmate Ayaka is talented in both the pen and the sword, attractive in face and figure, and that everyone in school calls her the princess. When he gets himself involved with the Witch of the Towers at school, he learns that Ayaka is also a witch that was sent to protect him. From then on, his ordinary school life is completely turned upside down as he discovers that most of his classmates are not what they seem. Transformers, witches in disguise. Sorry, I had to do that. Haven't seen a good anime about witches in a while, and this could very well turn into a harem, but I like it. The character designs are creative, the animation is good, and it's full of fun moments. I also like the character Ayaka. Her stoic behavior brings more comedy to the story. She kind of reminds me of Sakaki-san from Azumangadayo. Same personality and same delivery with her lines. I like it. And I think you guys will like it too. If you're in the mood for a magical comedy, watch Witchcraft Works. And the last show I'm going to talk about is Super Sonico-chan. Super Sonico is an 18-year-old college student who plays guitar for the 3-girl band Faster Speed in Space. That's an awesome title there. And she also models for pinups. In spite of her busy schedule, she still finds time to help her grandmother run her restaurant. One day, her band members Suzu and Fudi are late to a concert, forcing her to play all by herself. The result of that show will have far-reaching consequences for Sonico. Well, looks like we got another anime idol girl, but you know what? I like her. I really, really like her. For one thing, she's a good role model. She's in college, she gets good grades, works 2 jobs as a swimsuit model and a waitress at her grandmother's restaurant, and she's in a band. She can do so much without complaining, and that's something to be admired. She gets the job done and does her best every day. Another thing I want to point out, look at her. A sweet, inspiring young lady with meat on her bones. Okay, the proportions are off a little bit, but notice that she's not a stick figure. Even when she's wearing a bikini or even thigh stockings, you notice how snug the clothes fit. That's just amazing. She's got my body figure and it's celebrated. A girl with no gap in between her legs, has meat on her bones, and she's an idol for it. It's wonderful. I hope her character gets popular because she is an idol worth mentioning. She's beautiful, full-bodied, smart, kind, and admirable. You definitely need to check out this show. Okay, so that's most of the winter 2014 lineup for ya. Again, if I haven't mentioned any titles, it's either because I'm saving them for another review or it's not available on Crunchyroll. If you ask me which ones to watch, I definitely recommend Hozuki no Reitetsu, Nisekoi, Wizards Barristers, World Conquers Zesda Plot, Witchcraft Works, and even Super Sonico-chan. And coming up soon, I'll be watching the spring lineup, so yay! Coming up will be our reviews for Free, Silver Spoon, Attack on Titan, and I will be answering your questions from a Q&A video. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned, Anime America!